entertainmentbuddha.com.
Hey now, anime fans, Matt Haywood here from entertainmentbuddha.com to review the live-action take of Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell, starring a white girl as a Japanese girl. In all seriousness though, you will not get the whole whitewashing complaint of this film in this review, because quite frankly, it's been beaten to death, and truly has no bearing on the movie's overall enjoyment factor, which unfortunately is much lower than I expected. Before I beat the plot up a bit, I first must say that the film's cinematography and special effects are spectacles to say the least. I'd even be willing to say that they're almost worth going to see this movie in the theater just to get the full effect, especially if you appreciate 3D movies, because this one is a treat in that regard. The futuristic world is captured vibrantly alongside the insane action sequences, which both keep Ghost from being a total letdown bore fest. The world may not like ScarJo as Major, the film's lead, who's mostly a machine save for her brain, but she looks good doing it even if her casting is so controversial. I dug the limited amount of creativity she brought to the character, who, as can be expected, is a bit robotic in nature. Now, outside of ScarJo and the brilliant visuals, Ghost in the Shell is a pretty run-of-the-mill action movie that never really captures your emotions thanks to a severe lack of character development and engaging plot. The narrative wants very hard to be a smart take on the concept of humans becoming closer to the machines we create and how that can change society and its norms, as well as how those who have been enhanced feel about their experimentations. It wants to relate these topics to you to make you care for the wrongdoings inflicted upon Major, who has no recollection of her actual past beyond the knowledge that her brain was infused into a robot body. Unfortunately, it fails to do so on all levels. I blame this on the lack of backstory for most of the main characters, as well as the lack of explanations about the state of the world the film is set in. You're literally just carried from one scene to the next with zero character development, so you're never really given the chance to care about anyone involved. This leaves most of the third act feeling hollow, as you could care less about Major's revelation, or not fully understand it due to how muddy the reveal is handled. Then the movie just kinda ends with a nice bow on top, and all the deeper meanings it tries to impart are left feeling cheap or unfinished. Ghost in the Shell got skewered before it released for its whitewashing, but while that's not why it's just an average flick, it definitely played into its poor opening box office sales. The final product is also why it didn't do so hot at the theater, because there's really nothing that stands out from it. So the movie didn't get any help from people like me who want to see it to review and recommend seeing it, or not, to friends, family, and the EB audience. For its visuals alone, I still give Ghost in the Shell a 70 out of 100 review score. It's not unwatchable by any means, but it also doesn't really have anything that stands out about it outside of its cinematography. Even with an Asian cast, this movie would have been average at best, because it is troubled by a bad script more than its casting issues, which is very hard to make a great movie with. Thanks for watching. Matt Haywood here for entertainmentbuddha.com, where we make you a better geek one post at a time.